This is not a safe space. Leave your bullshit and feelings at the door.
Are you a feminist? I have a quiz that's going to help everybody in the man cave find out how much of a feminist they really are. Stick around and we'll give it a listen.
It's time for the most raw and unfiltered experience on the internet. So kick your feet up and grab a cold one. You have just entered the man cave. And now, here they are, winners of the self-proclaimed International Greatest Men Alive Award, Brad and Terry.
Hey, welcome to the Man Cave. I am Brad.
And I am Terry.
Hey, don't forget to go check us out over on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and give us a listen over on iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Stitcher. But if you want that full no-bullshit experience and the ability to give some money to a good cause with our Salute the Troops campaign, you're going to have to go over to Patreon and check us out.
But we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
Oh, yeah, we will.
What are we drinking today?
Man, we got the Swingin' Friar Ale. It's a pale ale brewed from Ballast Point Brewing Company here in San Diego, California.
Well, I'm not drinking it this morning because I'm going to the gym after we're done recording. So
I'll keep it cold for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But I'm a day drinker because I can be.
I mean, I'm glad to day drink after I work out. But my gym doesn't open till 10 on the weekends, so it's like, I'm up at like 4:30 every morning, regardless if I work or not. So if the gym was open that early, I'd fucking go. But unfortunately, it's not open till 10. So
if you drank a beer at 4 or 5 in the morning, I would potentially call you an alcoholic.
I've woken up to like rum and Coke before. Yeah, I have.
I mean, I can't excuse. I mean, I won't be mad at somebody who maybe drinks like a Bloody Mary in the morning.
I can't stand Bloody Marys.
I've never had one.
I have. It's gross. It really fucking is.
It's because Mary's all bloody. I don't want to ask why she's all bloody. Maybe it's the time of the month. I don't know why she's all bloody, but I wouldn't.
Oh God! Now worse.
All I know is I wouldn't drink her.
Oh God!
All right. So talking about women and being all bloody, let's talk about a little feminism.
Not domestic abuse.
Yeah.
Feminism.
Yeah. But it's a topic I feel like we haven't really touched on in a while.
Yeah.
So I found a quiz for us to take here in the Man Cave.
I love games.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is it's a BuzzFeed quiz. So
I hate BuzzFeed.
Well, the first part of this is about 3 people saying, I work for BuzzFeed, and this is not endorsed by BuzzFeed. We just allow people to make quizzes and post them here, but we don't endorse this quiz that you're about to take. Regardless, it's a great quiz to take.
I hate BuzzFeed, dude. It is the epitome of beta male feminist bullshit, everything I disagree with.
But whoever did this made a video, and we'll post the link to our Facebook and all that so you can go watch the video. And you could also take the quiz, but here in the Man Cave, have no fear. We'll take it for you.
I am slightly scared.
So I will start out with this caveat, a little disclaimer. You have not seen the quiz.
No.
I purposely did not send you the link.
Right.
So you wouldn't take the quiz, and you'd be surprised by some of these.
Are you giving me
questions.
the quiz right now? Is that what's
We're
going on?
We're going to take it and discuss each of the questions. Some of them may not be very much discussion point, but I guarantee there's a good handful of them that we'll have a good discussion point on.
Okay.
But I took the quiz.
Yeah.
I've read all 50 questions.
How feminist are you?
I am somewhat feminist, which is weird because here's the deal. Some of these questions we're going to ask ourselves, you're going to be like, who the fuck is not in agreement with that?
Oh, okay. It's
right. It's so dumb. It baits you. Yeah. I guarantee, unless you are a extreme person, you're going to agree with some of this.
Okay. All right.
So let's move into number 1.
Let's hear it.
And some of these, I had to look this shit up.
Okay.
I didn't understand. But let's begin. Number 1. And I'm only going to count number 1 because I'm not going through like number 37.
Right.
I would be willing to give up some of my salary if I had to, so that equal pay in the workplace could be a reality.
No.
I would say no to simply the fact that there's a lot that goes into somebody's salary,
right?
Rather than just
there's an entire episode on this and several other episodes where we bring back up.
It's like episode 8 or so when we just deconstructed the entire feminist 6 points of feminism, and one of them was the equal pay, the pay gap that we took apart.
The only time that I would say yes in this instance would be if it was a blatant, like, I am getting paid more because I'm a man. Like I am told that.
But
the woman is told that. Like that's when I would be like,
that
oh.
would be one. I'm pretty sure that would fall under a discrimination lawsuit. If you
Exactly,
literally told
yeah.
a woman, like, hey, you know what? I'm going to pay you a little less because you have a fucking vagina. But I know nowadays chicks can have the female penis, I've been told. But
Yeah, so they should get paid more.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question.
Yep.
I believe that, and here's one you're going to get. This is a baited one. This is going to make you a feminist.
Okay.
I believe that men and women should be equal.
Yeah.
Who the fuck? Who's saying no?
Right.
Who is actually saying no to this question that men and women should not be equal?
How are they not equal already?
I don't know.
What laws on the books?
That law, the draft. Oh, wait. My bad. That's men only.
Well, I don't think we'll ever come into a situation, knock on wood, dude, that we'll have to have a draft again. I hope.
I know.
But, I get you.
All right. Next question. I can't help but be bothered when a song includes misogynistic lyrics, even when I otherwise like the song. Are you bothered by the lyrics of bitches and hoes? And
if I hear a song like that, I do not think, wow, this is very misogynistic and all that. Like, it's a fucking song, dude. Like,
but let's take "Baby It's Cold Outside" off the air.
No.
Once again, we've talked about that one at least in 2 or 3 episodes.
Yeah, that was around Christmas time we talked about that.
Yeah, that one. But I think just a few episodes ago we talked about ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Yeah,
it's perfectly fine. That's been played a million times. But
right, we talked about that double standard of different styles and genres of music and what they say.
But I'm in agreement with you that I will hear the song and it doesn't really cross my mind to think like, oh, I'm going to turn that off, and I'm not offended by hearing it. Maybe that's the bad toxic masculinity to me that I'll hear that and it doesn't even register that
No,
bad.
I think it's not that toxic masculinity forces you to not have it register. It's that these people are so woke that they see things that aren't even really there as offensive.
Yeah. And maybe I think what it is, I'm not. I don't listen to music with that intention of like, let me listen to see how misogynistic this song is.
Yeah.
Like I'm just it's white noise in the background when I'm usually doing anything.
Yeah.
It's just it doesn't register. On to the next question.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know this. Maybe you know this. I know who Bell Hooks is.
No.
I don't either. And I had no inclination to even look up who the fuck she is. I'm assuming it's a she, too. That's a big assumption. Bell Hooks. But, so we'll check no. Hold on. Let me go back and check the ones. I believe that men and women are equal is the only one that we've agreed to, right?
Yes.
All right, next question. I can define intersectional feminism.
Like...
That's the only words in this thing. There's no what standard or anything. So can you define intersectional feminism?
So here's the thing with this question, right? What this is trying to do is it's trying to play on the potential ignorance of people. And while most people will say no, and then boom, you're a feminist. You're not a feminist at that point, right? Mm-hmm. That's the direction this question is going. Mm-hmm. For an educated person, yes, I know what intersectionality is, and yes, I know what feminism is, so I get the idea of putting them together. So, sorry, BuzzFeed, you will not play on the potential ignorance of the man cave.
Right. So we're saying we can't we can define it.
Yes.
We know what those
but I do not agree with it.
But you can define it. It doesn't ask an agreeance.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll say we can define it. I don't agree. Like I said, we don't agree with it. I don't agree that you should. Your complete identity is wrapped up in these. I am a woman. I am a man. I am trans. I am black. I am this or that. You are not defined by that.
Right.
Next question. I don't use the phrase "Hey guys" when referring to a group of people that includes men and women.
I sure do.
I do it. I do it all the time.
There are girls that do it.
Yeah. We worked with a transsexual person at one point in our lives.
We did.
And all the time, I used to always just by default would say, "Hey, man, can you?" It was just default.
Well, he was a dude.
Yeah. Well, he wanted to be a chick.
Okay.
But yeah, I would just always say, "Hey, man, it's a man is." I'll say it to a woman.
Yeah.
Hey, man, can you? It has nothing to do with what's between your legs or what lacks between your legs. It's just a default word.
Whoa.
Whoa. What's whoa?
Not having a penis does not mean you're lacking anything.
You can have whatever down there, and also, we just said it. You can claim to be. There is such thing nowadays as the real female penis.
Yeah, they sell them on Amazon.
Big black ones too.
Anyway.
All right, next question. I have taken a woman's or a gender studies class.
No.
Me neither. That's a cut and dry one.
Yeah, I never will.
Oh, sometimes if you go to college, they'll make you do it no matter what.
Ain't nobody making me do anything.
Next question. I think it's important to encourage girls to pursue science and math as a career.
100%.
I 100% agree with that too. I think I shared it. I've seen it. It was the Christina Hoff Summers, the what she's called, like the radical feminist or whatever, the conservative feminist.
Yeah,
she says if you want to close the gender pay gap, stop majoring in like lesbian dance theory and start majoring in like electrical engineering.
Can I change the question and re-ask it to you?
Yeah.
Can we just encourage everyone to go into those fields?
Yeah, if you want to, statistically speaking,
man, woman, gorilla, whatever.
If you want to make good money, the STEM fields are the way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to, hey, look, if you want to major in something like public administration, feminist dance theory, right? And you want to go into debt 6 figures in order to do that, and then complain when you get out of college.
You have no right to complain.
That you can't find a job, or you have a job, but it doesn't make enough money for you to live life and pay your student loans. You should have thought about that before you went into college and before you went 6 figures into debt to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of forcing people to do things, but can we force people to take like a financial management class before they go to college?
I think it should be something that's taught in high school, actually, like more, because high school's turned into, and it's because of like standardized testing and all that, but it's turned into, let's see how much you can memorize, how good are you at math, and then you memorize all these things, then you take a standardized test, right? But then, like, what about these people? Like, I only went to college for a year, right? Mm-hmm. And what did I learn about life skills in high school? You have like a home ec class. What the fuck do you do in home ec? You cook macaroni and cheese and shit.
You sew a little pillow.
You sew a pillow. Like, why isn't there a class in high school that teaches me how to? And I hate the balance the checkbook thing. You don't have to do that shit anymore, right? It's 2019. If you're balancing a checkbook, man, you need to get with the fucking times. But we need life skills like how to manage your finances, how to do your taxes,
how to change the oil in your fucking car, how to change a flat tire.
Yeah, what happens if a tire pops on a highway? Like, no
real life shit that could happen. You could find yourself in that situation. How the fuck do you do it?
Yeah, so we've strayed a little bit off topic here, but I think I don't think it should be in college we get those kind of things. It should be in high school because everybody's going to go to high school.
I will take it one step further. I say the parent, if you don't know how to do that shit, your parents probably failed you at some point.
Right.
Like I remember my dad changed his own oil.
Yeah.
In any car that we ever had. My dad, he drove it up on the ramp and he changed the oil because he was refusing to pay somebody to do such a fucking menial task as changing oil in a vehicle.
Right.
And so how did I learn?
You watched.
I fucking watched. I was interested. I was really interested in figuring this out.
Yeah.
So I used to get under there and watch him fucking do it.
Yeah.
It's not complicated at all. It's literally the same on almost every fucking car.
A lot of these things aren't complicated. Like the basic things, a lot of them aren't complicated, but the issue is they're not complicated if you've seen them done. Yeah. If you have not seen them done, you'll be clueless.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to teach these basic things. We don't teach them when people are at the point where they're learning things. It's very odd to me.
And we're at such a time in society where we're doing so well that a lot of people, we have the money to spare to, pay somebody else to fucking do that shit for us.
Yeah.
I mean, we were literally at that point where if you would have went back like World War II era, like no fucking way.
Yeah.
Like or post Depression.
Yeah.
No fucking way. Not paying somebody. My grandfather and grandmother used to save wrapping paper. My grandpa used to
My grandma used to do that shit too.
Open wrapping paper with a knife.
Yeah, my grandma used to do that.
All right, next question. Women should be allowed to apply for a job they fulfill 60% of the job requirements.
Sure, you should be allowed to apply, but that doesn't mean you're going to get it.
Exactly. You can apply tomorrow if who's the CEO for Amazon?
Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. If he quit, right, and the position became open, I think anybody in the world can apply for that job.
Yeah, why not?
Who cares? Apply for it all day long. I remember being in between jobs, and I was really young, and I sent out applications, resumes to all these things. And I remember I sent one out to be an executive assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Not real. I was like, how hard can it be? It's like fucking answering phones. And I was like 22 at the time. I didn't think it would be that hard. I remember my father-in-law like, what skill do you possess that think you could be an executive assistant? I didn't know any better, but I fucking applied.
Yep.
Like, looking back now, definitely could not be. I have no experience. I didn't know what it actually entails. Now I kind of understand what it would entail.
Yeah.
I had zero qualifications for that job.
Right.
I still fucking applied.
Yeah, you can apply for anything.
Anything. So
Yeah.
should they be allowed? Absolutely. You can apply. Women and men apply for any fucking job.
Are women not allowed to apply for jobs they're not qualified for? Is that a thing?
I didn't know.
If that is a thing, then I'm 100% behind changing that.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not a thing.
No.
So
what is that? That's another bait question.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to.
Because now we're feminist.
We're about to be.
Yeah.
All right, next one. I think we should change women's bathroom symbols to include traditionally feminine clothing like skirts, dresses, etc. Or to not include. So we need to change, because not every woman wears a dress.
It's the fucking bathroom symbol, dude.
Get over it.
What the hell? Is
Yeah.
this really where we're at, where a bathroom symbol is offending people?
I guess so, because not all women wear dresses. So you should basically just have like the male stick figure on the one and the male stick figure on the other, but with long hair. But oh wait, not all women have long hair.
Right.
So maybe you should just have the male symbol for both, because it could kind of represent both, and you just have to read like men and women, but the symbols are exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I would say you do like dicks and pussies, but rewind about 10 minutes ago and we'll discuss why that wouldn't work either.
man, it is. You
Try
remember,
to contain your frustration.
You remember how it was probably like 10, 15 episodes ago, every single episode I would get like legitimately heated.
Yes,
We're getting back there.
We're at the twilight zone.
I don't understand how a simple symbol to notate what gender uses what bathroom is offending people.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, I can put myself in the shoes of a lot of things, right? But this one is just so outside my capacity to be able to understand.
So I'm offended by the male one because he looks bald. He doesn't have hair.
He's got no muscles.
Yeah. So that I really don't. I can't see myself identifying with the dude on the male bathroom door. Like, can we get that? Can we get it changed to like a fucking dude who lifts?
Yeah.
That's what I want to see. The male bathroom is some fucking jacked monster who doesn't skip leg day.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
And let's change the female one to like some hot stripper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to, you know what? The man cave is going to make bathroom symbols for gyms and just market them to yoke dude for the gym and the hot chick with a nice ass for the women's bathroom.
I like it.
It's coming. Next one. You ready for this one?
It can't be worse than that one. Okay.
We're going to dabble our toe in politics for a second.
Send it.
I believe trans people should be able to use whichever bathroom they identify with.
No.
Let's just move on from there. No. It's getting too political at that point. I believe it's important to encourage women to negotiate.
Sure.
Again, that's one where I ask.
What? Can they not?
Yeah.
Is that not allowed?
Who's saying no? Now, studies do find that men usually can make more money because they're more willing.
Right, and we
to
talked about that before.
negotiate.
Yeah.
That could be a part of the gender pay gap. Is men are more willing to negotiate than women are for a raise in their salary or their beginning salary.
Let me put it to you like this, right? If I worked at a company and I had a male and female coworker that were about to go in for like evaluations and negotiate a raise, I would give them both the same advice on how to handle asking for a raise. I mean, I don't know what the advice would be at this point. I have this is just me speaking off the cuff here, but I would not give the man better advice than the woman.
No.
Yeah.
And if a chick walked in, if I'm CEO,
Yeah.
and she walked in and says, "Look, here's my here's the work I've done. Here's what I've produced. Here's the asses that I've been fucking kicking for our company."
Yeah, I thought you were about to say kissing.
No. And dicks I've been sucking. Come on.
Yours. No.
What? But if she walks in and proves her this is what I've been doing. Look, I want a raise.
Yeah.
If you give me more and I'll work more, right? And she has a valid argument, fuck yeah. If you're producing and kicking ass at my company, absolutely. I don't give a shit who you are, what you identify as. If you're a valuable employee and you've proven that what I've been paying you, you've been earning, and you want more, hell yeah.
Find me the fucking CEOs that are not doing that.
Yeah.
Find them. We will take them down together.
Yes.
Because we're against a lot of feminist theory, okay? But I'm not against women.
Yeah.
Right?
I think a few questions ago, we said men and women should be equal.
Right.
So
find me the CEOs that are discriminating. I'll be the first one in line to try and shut that company down or get them fired.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Who's saying no to that shit?
Right.
Next one. I believe Jennifer Lawrence should earn as much as her male co-stars.
I'm pretty sure she's usually the star in every movie that she's in and makes a fuck ton of money.
Yeah. So, but here's my thing with that. There's a market for everything.
Yeah.
Male actors, female actors. If she's pulling the numbers to a movie like a Tom Cruise, Tom Hanks, shit like that, ridiculously popular male actors.
Yeah.
Of course, she should make that much money.
100%.
Is she though? Is she drawing? If you put Jennifer Lawrence in a movie, are people going to see a movie because it has Jennifer Lawrence in it? Like they are going to go see a movie because Tom Hanks is in it,
No.
Morgan Freeman.
No.
They're not. And that's your problem. They're not casting you with the looks at the potential that like people are going to go see the movie simply because Jennifer Lawrence is in it.
Right.
People go see a fucking a movie because Adam Sandler is in it, and they think it's going to be.
Sandler.
I'm not saying he's a good actor. I'm not at all saying he's an outstanding actor and going to win all kinds of awards. But people go to Adam Sandler movies, and he gets casted in that stuff because they know he's going to fucking sell tickets.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yep.
Unless it was he's done a couple serious movies that have fucking nobody can take Adam Sandler really that serious.
No,
right.
I can't stand it.
So are we saying yes or no that she should earn as much as her male co-stars? Guys, I feel like there's a caveat to that. I mean, yes. If she draws the same crowd as she had the same potential as a Tom Hanks or something like that, of course she should.
Right, but if the movie tanks, that doesn't mean they should pay her a lot of money anyway.
Sure.
Because, I mean, the actors aren't, it's not like, okay, you're going to make this movie and we're going to pay you $20 million. That's not how it works, right? You get, like, a base pay. You will get a certain amount, like, guaranteed, right? It's like winning a fight, you know? If your movie sells, you're going to make off the sales, right? So you're making your own money here.
Exactly.
It speaks for itself. I'm not saying she's a bad actress or anything. She's done some great things, but... like when all those naked photos leaked. But anyway.
So that's a yes? I'm confused. Yes or no?
It's a yes and no.
It's an either, or it's an or, not a both.
I refuse to answer the question. It's a bait again.
Okay. Well, we'll say no. We're still going to be feminists at the end of this. I can guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
Next, I don't think a movie should be released unless it passes the Bechdel Test.
What the fuck is the Bechdel Test?
It's either Bechdel Test or Bechdel. So this is the only one that I looked up of like, what the fuck is this?
This one's going to piss me off, isn't it?
100% will. It has to have an equal representation of women in it as it does men in the movie. Right? If a movie gets released, it has to pass that test. Yes or no?
No.
And why?
Because The Expendables is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Well,
right?
Imagine, now here's the thing. About 10, 15 questions ago, we asked the question, should men and women be treated, what was the word?
Equally.
Equally.
Yeah.
How is creating this Bechdel test equality? You don't want equality. You want special fucking treatment.
Yeah.
Because if you made a movie...
That's not the way it's looked at, man. It's looked at as it's only equality if there's 5 male actors, there's 5 female actors.
But that's ridiculous. I guarantee a simple Google search would reveal movies that have an overwhelming majority of women as the actors. The fucking Yaya Sisterhood fucking Traveling Pants movie. Guarantee.
What the fuck is that shit?
It was like 10 years ago that fucking movie came out. The
Traveling Pants, what?
Yeah, the Yaya Sisterhood of like Traveling Pants. It's a weird... I'd never watched it, but I know it came out, right? And I know that all the lead people in that movie were women. Now...
That's not equal.
Exactly. Can we create a test then that says you have to have equal representation of men? It's unfair to say...
No, it doesn't work that way.
I know it doesn't, but I'm just saying... If you cannot click yes to the men and women should be treated equal, and also click yes that you think every movie release should pass this test.
Right.
You cannot have them at the same time.
Right.
You either believe in one or the other, because that's not equality. So we're not clicking that one. Next, I believe all genders are entitled to the same social and political rights.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another question that's
a bait.
That's a bait. You only an extremist would be like, no, I don't think women should be out of the kitchen.
Right.
So, all right. This one I said yes to, but I think they want you to click it for other reasons than why we're going to say yes to it.
Okay.
I can explain why, quote, 78 cents on the dollar, close quote, is not a fully accurate description of the gender wage gap.
Yes.
But I don't think they're thinking the same way.
No.
They're thinking that there's just more to the patriarchy of why than what we think of. Well, of course, there's a whole lot more that explains why women make less. They choose different career fields. They work less. Full-time women work less hours than full-time men.
Right.
One of the most overly employed by women career fields there are kindergarten and preschool teachers. Some of the most overpopulated career fields for men are in like petroleum engineering, electrical engineering. When you look at if you're just basing on how many women are working full time and the amount of money they make versus the amount of men working full time and the money they make, when you make different choices like that,
yeah,
you're gonna have a gap.
Right.
That's why we would say yes to this. But I think the feminists say yes for completely different reasons.
Right.
But I'll still say yes to it. Almost a bait question. So the next one. I believe that a woman who possesses certain types of privilege are responsible for advocating for women who don't have their level of privilege.
Women can have privilege?
I was taught that the patriarchy means you don't have any privilege.
So the question is...
The best privilege is the white male privilege.
The question is, women with privilege have to advocate for women without privilege.
Exactly. I'm guessing that, if you're a woman, you got a ding against you apparently in society.
No,
let's just run down. I'm putting myself in the feminist pants, right? I got my female penis raging right now, and I'm just going for it.
But nice femme boner.
Yeah, raging boner. But you're a female. You're a white female right now. You're supposed to advocate because
that's not far enough down the intersectionality chart for me. Please,
right?
Can I be like a Muslim female?
Trans. That's even better.
Trans, gay, Muslim female.
Right. But I think what they're trying to say is, yeah, you got your ding for being a woman, but if
I want to
you're-
be Jewish,
You're
too.
white and straight. You can't be Muslim and Jewish. But if you're white and straight, you got some apparently some good privilege going on, and you should advocate for the black, lesbian, Muslim, fucking trans that doesn't have all your privilege. You should be advocating for her.
Based on intersectionality, that black, lesbian, Muslim, trans woman would trump all privilege.
Oh, talk about putting
She
that.
can do anything and get
Talk
away
about
with it.
putting that pussy on a pedestal.
Yeah.
But she doesn't necessarily have to have the pussy. She can
Right.
put the penis on the pedestal.
Well,
as
she's
well.
a trans, so she has a female penis.
Yeah, what? Maybe she kept her vagina, but she.
I'm confused on who
Moving
we're
on.
even talking about.
Yeah, we strayed way out. So we're gonna go with no. All right. If I had a daughter,
Uh-huh.
I would encourage her to be anything she wanted to be.
Yeah. This is a bait.
Bait. Yeah, of course. Who's saying no? Next one. I would make it clear to my daughter from an early age that her identity should never be defined by her relationship status.
Yeah.
That's another not as clear of a bait, but still bait.
Yeah.
Who's telling you that based on being married, single, whatever it is, that's your identity? Once again, that's the intersectional woke crowd telling you that your identity is wrapped up in things like being married, being white, being
That's
black.
ridiculous. Yeah, okay.
All right, next. I believe it's important to compliment a woman's intelligence over her looks.
I would never think of it that way, though. I mean, if a woman is smart, like, if anybody's smart, I'll be like, you're smart.
Yeah.
But, and if they look good, like,
What's wrong with telling a woman she looks good?
yeah.
Women,
They
I'm
love
telling
it.
you, they fucking want that. They
Yeah.
want to hear you say, "Honey, you
There's
you
a
look
right
amazing."
there's a right and wrong way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you can, hey, you look very nice today.
Yeah.
Like, wow. If someone gets offended over that, you know what? I'm just walking
Exactly.
away from this one. Like, there's a fucking
You said what?
yeah. Like, sorry, I complimented you.
I said you looked good, but you've never complimented
I didn't whip
my
my-
intelligence.
I didn't whip my dick out and try and shove it in your mouth. You know,
you
like
look good. Suck on this.
right? It's like you look nice today. Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Trigger.
Yeah, it's like the chick that I did the beaver pickup line to. She didn't appreciate it. But
We've strayed away from getting you pickup lines.
well, I don't see her anymore.
Maybe she moved out because you moved in. So we're saying yes that it's so I don't think it's important to compliment intelligence over looks. I think you should compliment in general,
Yeah.
regardless of what's there. There are multiple things that can
Man,
make,
woman, smart, dumb, ugly, pretty, whatever. Compliment.
Well, I think that there are more than just looks in a woman to compliment her on. But I don't think
100%.
one should be trumped over the other.
Yeah.
Like you should compliment her on everything that you find attractive about her, not one over the other. I believe that a woman has the right to choose what happens to her body. Skip, pretty political when you really look at the ramifications of what you're about to say. You know
it's-
where this argument's going.
Here's the thing, man. The way the question's worded, I have to say yes.
Okay.
Because I don't read that as an abortion question.
Okay.
That's not the way I look at it. When it comes to choosing what happens with her body, I look at it more of like she's not a sex object. So
Okay.
that's the way I see it. Unless that question has words you're leaving out for me,
No, I'm not leaving. That's the question.
because the question covers two different topics that I feel very differently on.
Yeah.
So
If I think where you're going is you're specifically talking about her body because
Right.
your theory would tell you that anything that grows inside of her while growing inside of her is technically
right, and
not hers.
that's why
not
I
her
feel.
body.
Well, I mean, it is and it isn't. So at the same, like, yes, I'm where you're at with
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep. All right. We'll say yes
Right.
because we're going to be a feminist today. Mm-hmm. All right. In an instance of sexual assault against a female, I'm inclined to believe the assaulted person is telling the truth until proven otherwise.
No.
I agree.
Hold on.
It's-
Read the question again.
In an instance of sexual assault against a female, we're not just saying in general, this
Okay.
is specific to a female. I'm inclined to believe the assaulted person, i.e. the female, is telling the truth until proven otherwise.
Oh yeah, it's a yes and no.
Yeah, I mean,
Because I've met people that have made that shit up.
yes. I
So
definitely think it should be investigated. But
Right.
I'm not just one to be like, in lieu of evidence and in lieu of conducting an investigation, like, we're just going to charge men. Like, if she was sexually assaulted by a man, like, okay, you've made the claim. We shall investigate the claim. I'm not saying...
But the way that... See, here's the thing. When you dissect questions like this, it goes into... We think about it that way. When the question is meant to be, if she says she was raped, that's it. Case closed. That's the way that question is meant to be taken.
Yep.
So when you say yes to that, just know you go further down the feminist track.
Yes. So we're saying...
Well, I mean, we have to say yes because it's...
Yeah. It's like you said, you know that there's an underlying motive behind that question.
Right.
So we're going to say yes, but we're not following the underlying. We're saying yes, that it should be...
I want option C. I don't want just yes or no there.
Yeah. But is she telling... You should believe she's telling the truth. I believe that she should be investigated.
Right.
All right, next. I can explain Marlene Dietrich's influence on women's fashion.
I don't know who that is.
Me neither. We're going with no. I know what a bad feminist is.
Yes.
How do you know that?
Well, because they all are.
Yep. Yes, we're further down the feminist path with that one, though. I believe that a woman should be able to dress however they want without it dictating how they are treated by society.
Yeah, sure.
You can dress it, but I'm telling you, you're still going to get judged. If you're going to show up for a job interview, let's go with that. Job interview. And you're going to dress like a hooker. Don't expect to get the job.
You know, this may be unpopular opinion, but I do believe that sometimes the phrase, "Did you see what she was wearing?" is appropriate.
Oh, yeah. I think chicks say that sometimes, too.
Yeah.
So it's not just mutually exclusive to men saying "Did you check out what she was wearing?"
Yeah.
Several times that I've been I've seen some at work. I vividly remember one about a decade ago. I was at work, and a woman walked in who usually wears something completely different. She walked in, and I was like, "Hey," and I was like, "What the?" I said it in my head, like, holy shit. She's had like a short dress on with like fishnet stockings on. It's
nice.
It's like 6 o'clock in the evening. Like, oh boy, you're starting early and you're asking for some dick tonight. All right, so we're going to pause right here with this quiz. And what we're going to do is we're going to...
I can only take so much mentally.
Yeah, we have to take a break mentally from this. And we're going to break this up into 2 episodes. So if you want to catch and see how feminist we are, and we're only about halfway through the questionnaire.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick this up on next week's episode and finish up and see how feminist the Man Cave truly is. So as we head out, hey, don't forget to follow us over on Facebook at the Official Man Cave Podcast. Check us out on Twitter at the Man Cave 14. You can also check us out on Instagram at the Official Man Cave Podcast. And you can catch every episode over on YouTube. But if you want that no safe space, no bullshit experience, and the ability to send your money, like we said, to a great cause, check us out and subscribe to us over on Patreon. All the levels that we have, whether it's the $5, the $1, or the $20 level, all of that money that we get from our Patreon account right now is going to our Salute the Troops campaign, where we've been making care packages for the troops forward deployed. We made one already. You can check it out a few weeks ago on our Facebook page. Made one, and we sent it out to the USS Bainbridge. We got some listeners out there that wanted a care package, so we sent it out there. But all that money, right, like we said, you'll still get all the perks that come with it, right? The After the Show for the $1 level. You still get a piece of ass. For the $5 level, you still get all the swag with your man card for opening beers. You get a koozie, and you seen during that episode where we made it, we have the Man Cave pint glass now.
Ooh.
So, and then the $20 level is just, you really want to salute the troops, throw $20 at it a month, but we got care packages ready to go out. So also, if you have anybody that you know that's deployed right now and would want a care packages, hit us up. Send us the address for them, and we'll get them a care package. But hey, you ain't have to go home, but you can't stay with us. We'll see you next time here in the Man Cave.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Any real man would follow us on Patreon for exclusive content and prizes at patreon.com/the Man Cave Podcast. The Man Cave. No safe spaces, no bullshit.